Welcome back to English Edition. My name is Nicole King, and we're going to run through some of the local news from our town hall over the past week. Initiatives, incentives, investments, roadworks, a lot of things that are going on, including events that are of our interest if we live in this city. I'll then be taking you to a couple of events that I've been to and welcoming international residents into the studio so they can share their passion about their projects so we can get involved as much as possible. Hopefully this will give us all a great view of what's going on in our city right now. Anyway, let's start with the news. Marbella's local police force now has 25 new officers who are beginning their training period and will help strengthen the service. This also represents an important reinforcement ahead of the busy summer season, when the population increases significantly. On Monday, the mayor reminded them of the importance of putting public service at the heart of their work. They still have several months of training ahead of them, but after successfully passing the recruitment process, 25 new officers have now joined Marbella's local police. Their training will not be completed until February 2027, when they finish their program at the Municipal School of Public Safety.
En estos meses recibiréis formación en distintas materias: psicología, diversidad, derecho penal, administrativo, ordenanzas municipales, seguridad vial, técnica de control, instrucciones de atestado, etc. Pero sobre todo os vamos a formar en valores. Valores que para la escuela y para la policía local de Marbella son su ADN.
Their training will include more than 700 hours of classroom-based learning, along with a further 680 hours of practical experience, which will begin at the start of the summer season, a time when Marbella's population rises sharply. It is a different training model designed to give them first-hand experience of the high standards required to ensure the city's safety.
Vais a comenzar una primera fase intensiva de formación que os va a dotar de las herramientas necesarias para incorporaros posteriormente, en pleno periodo estival, a la realidad del servicio policial. Marbella, como sabéis, multiplica en verano su población, lo que os va a convertir esas prácticas en una experiencia especialmente enriquecedora, pero sobre todo muy, muy exigente.
Esto no es lo habitual, que en mitad del curso se hagan las prácticas, pero así pues podréis dar el servicio en Marbella en una época que verdaderamente importante.
As the mayor pointed out, police work involves upholding the law, applying technical knowledge and, above all, showing empathy towards the public. Alongside training and effort, a strong sense of public service is essential to ensure the city continues to strengthen its reputation as a safe destination for those who live, work or visit.
Aquí también está en juego el que Marbella siga siendo ese referente de ciudad segura y de ciudad con un altísimo nivel de calidad de vida. Así se le reconoce a nivel mundial y así se le debe de seguir reconociendo.
These 25 new officers will join the existing 336 members of Marbella's local police once they complete their training at the School of Public Safety. Registration has now opened for the first of around 20 activities included in the leisure and culture programme organised by the Department for Citizen Participation. This new initiative, called Participación Plus Experience, is aimed at people aged 30 and over. Anyone interested in signing up for the activities in this new municipal leisure and culture programme must be aged 30 or over and be registered, living or working in Marbella. People who are part of the groups or organisations collaborating with the Department for Citizen Participation can also take part. The aim is to encourage shared leisure time and social participation.
Muchas veces una de las actividades que se hacen no es solo una excursión, no es solo un taller, no solo es una visita cultural, sino que para muchas personas es una oportunidad para relacionarse, para salir de la rutina, para generar nuevos vínculos y en muchas ocasiones lo que se hace con esta actividad es combatir situaciones como es la soledad no deseada.
The program includes activities such as escape rooms, ceramics workshops, baking and cocktail making sessions, boat trips, nature outings and experiences like wine tastings, as well as visits to attractions such as the Butterfly Park in Benalmádena and the Automobile Museum in Málaga.
También se van a distribuir 220 bonos de cine que permitirán pues, que en Kinépolis La Cañada los ciudadanos puedan acudir a aquella película que quieran de forma libre y cuyos bonos, una vez inscritos, se harán entrega en la delegación.
All the information about this program of free activities, including how and when to register, is now available on the Town Hall's website. The final activity will take place on the 21st of June. A major urban development project is set to take place in the Valle del Sol area of San Pedro Alcántara, which will also include the modernisation of underground infrastructure. The proposal has been approved by the local government board and is expected to last for more than a year, bringing significant added value to the area. The governing team has approved a large-scale urban development project in San Pedro Alcántara. The aim is to replace outdated underground infrastructure and install new systems where they do not currently exist. The works will be carried out along two sections, one along Camino de la Granadilla, covering around 485 metres, and another in Valle del Sol, measuring approximately 520 metres. This latter area will form the first phase of the project, with work expected to begin in around a month.
Es una zona extensa de San Pedro, es una urbanización que ha ido creciendo y donde desgraciadamente no han venido acompañados de infraestructura. O sea, prácticamente toda la zona de Valle del Sol no tiene saneamiento y por lo tanto las viviendas están conectadas a zonas sépticas, no existen aceras, no existe alumbrado, no existe una buena red de abastecimiento.
The project will bring major improvements to underground infrastructure and help organise the development of an area that grew decades ago without proper planning or essential services. Under the new General Urban Development Plan, the area will also be reclassified as urban land, increasing its value for residents. The total execution period for both phases expected to be about 16 months, with a complete transformation planned.
Toda la nueva red de abastecimiento de agua potable, la nueva red separativa de saneamiento, tanto de aguas fecales como pluviales, un nuevo alcantarillado, nuevas infraestructuras de telecomunicaciones, que también es importante porque estaban absolutamente, o sea, no tenían ninguna red de telecomunicaciones, renovación integral de toda la red eléctrica, nueva red de alumbrado público.
The works will include a new irrigation network, the creation of pavements, resurfacing, improved road safety, and an overall upgrade to the appearance of this residential area.
Tendremos una reunión con los propietarios de esa zona, o sea, a partir de esta aprobación por parte de la Tenencia de Alcaldía tendrán una reunión con ellos porque el arranque real de la obra va a ser para final de mayo, principio de junio, o sea, en 2-3 semanas empieza la obra.
The governing team has highlighted that this project adds to others already carried out across the municipality, aimed at upgrading areas that lacked the necessary infrastructure to ensure sustainable and organised development. The Mayor also confirmed that new projects are already being prepared both in San Pedro and in Las Chapas. Avenida Ricardo Soriano remains one of the city's main arteries and is now set for a complete renewal of its pavements. Structural issues had made a major intervention necessary. The first phase between El Calvario and Huerta Chica is already underway. Ensuring pedestrian safety is the main aim of the works now underway on Avenida Ricardo Soriano, where the Town Hall has begun replacing all paving slabs. In recent years, repairs had been carried out to address damage, mainly caused by deterioration of the underlying concrete. However, technical reports have confirmed that the issue is widespread, leading to the decision to carry out a full renovation. Work has begun on the section between El Calvario and Huerta Chica, covering 3,100 square metres over a length of 350 metres. The project is expected to take 5 months and will continue throughout the summer.
Por eso los trabajos se van a llevar a cabo dejando siempre los pasos que hacen falta para que las personas puedan transitar y que se trabaje también en los sitios, en momentos donde menos tránsito haya y donde de alguna manera menos afluencia haya de peatones. Pero es algo importantísimo, son obras importantísimas, son obras que tenemos que ejecutar, que se están ejecutando con el plan de distrito. Son obras que van a evitar caídas y tropiezos de muchos vecinos y que van a mejorar mucho la imagen del mismo suelo de una vía tan transitada como Ricardo Soriano.
This project, included within the district plan, responds to long-standing requests from local residents.
Es una obra, como digo, que era muy demandada por los vecinos porque creo que era necesaria. Necesaria porque principalmente el mayor problema que tiene esto es un problema de seguridad a la hora de que vas andando, de que puedes tropezar, te puedes caer. Así que creo que es una buena obra que los vecinos y todos los turistas lo van a agradecer.
The pavement renovation will continue from September along other sections of this central avenue. The Town Hall has launched a new digital platform that allows users to book both beach and Moraga fire pits and barbecues in parks and gardens. The system is available all year round and lets users check availability, manage cancellations and receive notifications, among other features. Anyone wishing to reserve a fire pit for a Moraga on the beach can now do so through the Town Hall's website. This system was already in place for barbecues in public parks, and it has now been extended to include the Tres Jardines Park in San Pedro, as well as more than 20 fire pits located along the coastline.
Se ha hecho todo en una, porque creemos que es la manera más fácil de ponérselo al ciudadano mucho más cómodo y mucho más accesible. Esto va a dar control, esto también va a dar seguridad, esto va a hacer de alguna manera que tengamos mucho más control en cuanto se puede ir utilizando cada una de las barbacoas. Esto va a facilitar también que los inspectores de playa y también la policía local pueda hacer revisiones periódicas y conjuntamente con la ordenanza que se aprobó hace algunos años de playa puedan sancionar a las personas que no hagan un buen uso de las mismas barbacoas y de las mismas moragas.
The system is simple to use, requiring only an ID number and some basic personal details, which are also important for inspection purposes.
Y además totalmente transparente porque las moragas se van a ir viendo en tiempo real cuándo va viendo y cuándo no va viendo disponibilidad de las mismas.
Users will now be able to make use of these fire pits which, like other beach facilities, have recently been upgraded to provide a better service.
Las pasarelas se han hecho mucho más anchas y mucho más accesibles, de 3 metros. Tenemos ahora mismo las barbacoas que se han modernizado, con mesas nuevas, con papeleras nuevas, con todo lo que conlleva el tener unas moragas en condiciones, tanto en Marbella como en San Pedro, como en Nueva Andalucía, como en La Chapa. Todas las torretas de salvamento se han modernizado, el servicio de salvamento se ha incrementado. Al final el Ayuntamiento está haciendo todo lo que está en su mano.
On the 16th of May, residents in the Plaza de Toros area will celebrate their May Cross Festival, a popular event that, as we're seeing, is reaching every corner of the city. This time the focus is not only on keeping traditions alive, but also on creating a strong sense of community, with a day designed to bring neighbours together. On Saturday, the 16th of May, the Plaza de Toros Neighbourhood Association will host its May Cross celebration. The main park in the area will be the venue for a day of activities starting at midday, with a strong emphasis on community participation.
Tendremos una paella que me han dicho que este año rondará las 500 raciones, que básicamente es la capacidad ya, que no da más, pero son 500 raciones, 500 vecinos y vecinos que cada año pasan a recibir esta paella, y además tendremos, pues como siempre, una animación que Rafa y todo el equipo preparan y que este año estarán pues la Academia de Hermanas Cervera.
The Marbella Senior Rociero Choir will also be taking part. There will be raffles for those who make purchases at the bar, where prices will be affordable.
Vamos a hacer 2 paellas bastante grandes, son unas 500 personas, y nada, invitar a todo el barrio y toda la gente de Marbella que se quiera unir a nosotros para pasar un día, yo creo que estupendo, ¿vale?
Entramos a participar en el sorteo que se ha organizado a través de Participación Ciudadana. La cruz va a estar elaborada por todas las vecinas y los vecinos de nuestro barrio. Ellos han puesto todo su empeño.
In addition, the young people who look after the chapel of Our Lady, Virgen del Amor, will keep it open for residents attending the event. The renovation of the Civil Protection Headquarters has now been completed. With an investment of around €160,000, several new spaces have been created that were not previously available. The Marbella unit has more than 150 volunteers, and the location of the headquarters allows for rapid access to any type of emergency. An institutional visit has taken place at the Civil Protection Headquarters in Marbella, following refurbishment works carried out over the past 3.5 months, with an investment of €160,000. All on one level, the building now includes several new working areas, such as an operations room, changing facilities, bathrooms and a training room, all adapted to the needs of the volunteer group. Located on Calle Serenata, the site is connected to the municipal vehicle depot and, above all, has quick access to the motorway.
Una dependencia en la planta superior, que es donde se ha actuado, que estamos hablando de 200 metros cuadrados, que están perfectamente conectados con la zona del parque móvil de protección civil, parque móvil que por otro lado pues tiene desde 12 vehículos, que se sumará uno más este año, 15 motos, tiene quad, tiene embarcación, porque se ha hecho un gran esfuerzo de dotar a Protección Civil de los medios necesarios para que puedan desarrollar bien su trabajo.
De verdad que estamos muy agradecidos de tener estas instalaciones que tenemos para estar mejor, más cómodos y para servir así al pueblo todavía mucho mejor.
The city's protection volunteer group, with more than 150 members, is one of the most active in the province. They are present in emergency situations, such as the flooding seen this winter, as well as fires and large public events, and they also carry out important prevention work. The group is considered a benchmark for volunteers from other parts of the province.
Tenemos la oportunidad de que los módulos que hacen todo el tema de socorrismo y emergencias en la provincia de Málaga puedan venir aquí a Marbella a hacer prácticas y además les compute dentro de lo que es la formación que tienen que hacer académicamente.
A modernisation of facilities aimed at ensuring the continued delivery of a service that is essential for the city. Work to improve the streets of Coclé, Salabar and Almadraba in San Pedro Alcántara is progressing well. The project is expected to be completed by the end of July. The investment exceeds €500,000, funded through European FEDER funds. It is a project that has been strongly requested by local residents. Urban regeneration works being carried out by the Town Hall in the pedestrian public spaces between the streets of Coclé, Salabar and Almadraba in San Pedro are due to be completed by the end of July. The project began a month ago and is now well underway. What was once a heavily deteriorated area is being transformed, not only by addressing existing issues, but also by creating a more open and brighter space, with a modern and accessible design. The entire area will be connected through ramps and stepped sections, linking spaces at different levels, creating a more unified layout. The aim is to provide a more welcoming environment for residents to enjoy.
Acera mucho más amplia, se van a hacer también, se sustituye el mobiliario urbano y que realmente sea mobiliario urbano que realmente de obra, que realmente no se puede realizar actos de vandalismo, en consonancia también con la jardinería. Se va a aprovechar también para la infraestructura una nueva red de pluviales, una nueva red de abastecimiento de agua, una red de telecomunicaciones y por supuesto también cambiar toda la iluminación, porque lógicamente como queríamos recuperar luminosidad, también los árboles se han saneado y en definitiva queremos que sea un espacio para disfrute y uso de los vecinos.
The project covers an area of 1,266 square metres and has a budget of €543,000. It forms part of the Integrated Action Plan Marbella Convive 2030, funded through European Union FEDER funds.
Que además irá acorde con la actuación que tenemos justo en la zona norte, que es precisamente, que está también incluido en este plan de actuación integrado, que es la nueva biblioteca que se está construyendo en este parque. Por lo tanto, lo que queremos con esta actuación es regenerar de forma urbana este espacio, pero fundamentalmente algo que yo considero fundamental no solo en San Pedro sino en toda la ciudad, que es hacer ciudad, hacer una ciudad por y para los vecinos de Marbella y San Pedro Alcántara.
This project responds directly to a long-standing request from local residents. Around 300 trees are set to be planted in San Pedro Alcántara before summer arrives. It's part of a landscaping and urban sustainability plan aimed at creating more shaded areas and improving thermal comfort. The first phase is already complete, which means about 65 trees have been planted so far. Before summer kicks in, the San Pedro Alcántara's Mayor's Office will have completed the second phase of the Landscaping and Urban Sustainability Plan, with a total of 300 new trees planted and replaced across different locations. Of these, 65 were already planted during March and April along Avenida Pablo Ruiz Picasso, Calle Jorge Guillén and Príncipe de Asturias. The selection includes jacarandas, melias and mulberries, the same varieties that will continue to be planted in the coming weeks.
Vamos a acometer esta segunda fase que empieza precisamente aquí en la Avenida de la Constitución, con 12 ejemplares, y que vamos a seguir en Jorge Guillén, Pablo Ruiz Picasso, en zonas de Fuente Nueva, Paseo Marítimo, Boulevard, con la plantación de más de 250 ejemplares.
Meanwhile, supported by the relevant technical reports, maintenance and phytosanitary control work is continuing in especially sensitive areas. Additional work is also underway in gardens and green spaces to create cooler, greener and more attractive surroundings.
Estas plantaciones vienen acompañadas también con la plantación y la puesta en valor de zonas ajardinadas, de medianas, de glorietas, con una plantación de 7.400 plantas, tanto arbustivas como florales, y también con el complemento de lo que sería el plan, en este caso, de salud vegetal.
This plan will create shaded areas, improve air quality and help lower temperatures, particularly as summer approaches. Saturday is Europe Day, today, but the Town Hall decided to bring the celebration forward to yesterday, paying tribute to 10 local residents who, in one way or another, embody the very best of European values. Their integration into the city and their work to improve Marbella was central to the tribute. In honour of Europe Day, celebrated every 9th of May, the Town Hall has recognised 10 people who represent the best of the European spirit in our city. They come from a variety of fields, from hospitality and real estate to education and charity work. All of the awardees chose Marbella as the place to carry out projects that have contributed to the town's development. Among them are Smadar Kahana, who runs Engel and Vokers, 6 offices in the area, the Daly family, continuing the legacy of the late Tony Daly, which goes far beyond his famous restaurant, Mike Drury, who in 1984 founded the Marbella Study Centre with his wife, and Gunther Kreis, involved for nearly 2 decades with the German-speaking Lions Club.
Nos hacemos mucho para Marbella. Ha venido muchísima cliente internacional de todas nuestras oficinas en todo el mundo. Tenemos más de 1,000 oficinas y nos hacemos mucho que este cliente con mucho dinero viene aquí también.
Marbella siempre ha sido para nosotros nuestro sitio de donde hemos recibido mucho cariño. Y hemos intentado aportar, mi padre, después nosotros, nuestro un poco de algo de vida diferente y de trabajo aquí.
A broad representation of the Consular Corps attended the official ceremony held at the Hospitalillo, demonstrating that Marbella is firmly committed to and reflects the spirit of the speech delivered by French Minister Robert Schuman on the 9th of May 1950.
El 9 de mayo de 1950 marcó el inicio de un proyecto único en la historia. Tras años de conflictos devastadores, Europa decidió apostar por el diálogo en lugar de la confrontación, por la colaboración en lugar del aislamiento. Aquel espíritu sigue siendo hoy más necesario que nunca.
The Mayor highlighted the work of each of the awardees and emphasised that Marbella is a cosmopolitan city, home to over 155 nationalities and a model of coexistence.
Nuestro municipio ha sabido convertir precisamente esa diversidad en su mayor fortaleza. Marbella es una ciudad abierta, hospitalaria, dinámica y emprendedora, y eso es gracias a la riqueza que aportan todos sus vecinos. Una ciudad donde miles de personas llegaron en algún momento buscando una oportunidad, un refugio, una inspiración o un nuevo comienzo y donde terminaron encontrando sobre todo un hogar.
Knockolds law firm, established in the UK for nearly 200 years, opened their first office in the Costa del Sol just 4 years ago. Today we're joining them at their new, bigger office premises in Estepona, which they very much needed with the successful growth of this firm within our community.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new twisted, you've been out of shape, and you feel like you've missed it. You dropped out the race, and as time flies by, you'll open up your eyes.
Hi guys! Congratulations!
Thank you so much.
Somos big fans de The Food Room.
En Instagram podéis ver.
Y ahí está, big fans of Derek too.
Muy bien.
What are these? My lovely Mariana?
Charcoal Spanish omelette.
Oh, lovely. Yummy, yummy. Darren, congratulations. What an achievement, the expansion of Knockolds in such a short space of time. Obviously, testing the waters in Spain has been successful.
Well, thank you, Nicole. And it has been, we're very proud today, launching our new office, having arrived in Estepona 4 years ago is a bit of a dream to some extent, but it is down to lots of hard work from some very talented people, and in particular Good Morning Spain as well, that kind of helped us launch the Knockolds brand. So to be here today, 4 years on, with our new office, we're very proud and feel very much at home and part of Estepona and the Costa del Sol.
Well, it's fabulous. Your team has also grown. I see that you're filling the offices quickly.
We have. So when we arrived, we brought on board Alex and Flor. Then we brought Isa, and then the last year or so we've brought in 2 more lawyers. So we've got Tithia and Theo over there. So we've got a team of 4 with Javier, and then we brought Sylvia a few weeks ago. So we've been very fortunate. Like with any business, you're only as good as the people you employ. So to get some real talented, enthusiastic people on board has really helped to the growth and the expansion and just the real dynamism about what this business is about.
But I think what really shines through as well is not only the professionality, but it's the joviality with which all of you work, and you take it so seriously. You're a big established company in the UK, and yet there's always the sense of humour, the humane side of business.
Well, thank you. Yeah, look, one of the things we're very proud of in the UK is, we've got quite a large operation in the UK. We're on the verge of celebrating 200 years on our UK operation, and the business has grown quite significantly over the last 10 years. And the reason for that is that what we do is put our staff above everything else, and having a culture and a kind of one firm mentality has allowed us not only to build the Bishop's Stortford office, which is where we started. We went into London, built up that, and now we have the great privilege of being over in Estepona. So yeah, it's very much down to the very talented people, but actually just respecting and appreciating the value that everybody brings the success that we've been able to enjoy.
Well, there's a talent in spotting talent.
Well,
so some of the credit must be due for you too. Well done.
Thank you. And thank you for all the support you've given us.
Que sean muchos años, for many years to come.
Yeah, thank you very much indeed. Muchas gracias.
As previously shown, the town hall held a commemorative event at the Hospital Real de la Misericordia to celebrate Europe Day. It was a special occasion to remember and appreciate the fundamental principles that underpin the unity and cooperation of European countries, such as peace, democracy, respect for human rights. It was also an opportunity to highlight the need for European integration, to strengthen the bonds of coexistence and cooperation for the benefit of the important international community and the Marbella City Council. There was a fabulous turnout. Awards were given out to outstanding members of the international community, and we heard a delightful performance by Steve Marks, the choir Andaluz.
Tan importante, muchas gracias. Este evento, Chela, Javier, Vanessa, que sobre todo nos invita a recordar un momento histórico y que sobre todo nos lleva más trayectoria, compartir.
And thank you to Little Stars for the amazing catering. They're in Guadalmina. Wonderful, delicious. Thank you.
Thank you.
In my experience, Linea Directa is superb when it comes to insurance, particularly for expats. I have met the dedicated English-speaking team that answers our phone calls. Real people with real families who take pride in providing the best service. Whether it's for home insurance, car, motorbike, they will ensure you get the policy best suited to you. They've also got new policies, especially for our pets and anti-squatter. Everything is in English, everyone is friendly, and everyone is truly doing their best for us. Call 952 14 78 34 or go to their website lineadirector.com for further details.
Have you heard of Zero Hero? Well, I'll tell you. Zero Hero is a community initiative that rewards designated drivers with free soft drinks. Every single one of our venues gets special branding, including this sticker which has a QR code which will lead you straight to our website. The Zero Hero project is in collaboration with the Linea Directa Road Safety Foundation. So whether you're a customer who goes to wonderful restaurants or a restaurant who serves wonderful people, this is definitely something for you. Go to our zerohero.es website to find out more. Sometimes there are numbers that shape your life. Thousands of minutes putting in your contact lenses, hundreds of blurred memories, and many lost pairs of glasses. But there are also numbers that give you confidence. For more than 30 years at Baviera, we have performed 1 million treatments, 1 million reasons for a life without glasses. Baviera Ophthalmology Clinic.
The first guest we're welcoming this afternoon is Jan Weima, representing AAA Marbella, which is Marbella's Animal Rescue Centre. Jan, just in my head working it out, it's 12 years since I first met you, and you are as passionate today about the rescue dogs and cats.
I don't look
as
the
when
same.
You look very, very similar.
Oh, my
Maybe on
goodness.
the inside you're feeling a little bit more delicate. I think you're a bit under the weather at the moment. So I hope that goes quickly. But look at you, under the weather, and here you are to tell us about the charity dog walk coming up this Sunday for AAA. Tell us more.
Yes, finally, Nicole and viewers, we managed to put a charity, we call it an annual walk. It's a charity dog walk. It's this Sunday. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. It goes right through until 12 o'clock. We have a tremendous success already. It will be at least 25 to 30 dogs, if not 40.
Wow.
So the event is in Plaza del Mar, which is the big cement sort of park on top of and below is Manuka. The restaurant Manuka.
Okay, so you go to the Avenida del Mar. So you go from the main park in Marbella, go down Parque Alameda. And you walk down, right, to the beach.
All along the Paseo Marítimo.
Yeah, but to get there, I'm thinking, if you're in town, you can go down through the Avenida del Mar, because that's where it is at the end on the beach.
Correct. And then we turn around at the end and we come back the Puerto Deportivo, the harbour. So it's a very interesting. And to be honest with you, Nicole, this is not a question about raising money, unfortunately. This is more let the people see that those crazy up there in Locos de la Colina, somebody called us, we're still there. We're still doing, I profoundly believe, a great job for the abandoned animals. But anyway, back to the event. So this Sunday coming, weather permitting, of course, but I'm sure, cross fingers, it's going to be good weather.
Hold the poster up to the camera so they can get a good look at the poster. So it's an annual charity dog walk. It's for the 500 plus shelter animals at AAA, Sunday 10th of May, starting at 10 in the morning till 2, Plaza del Mar on the Paseo Marítimo. Bring your own dog or reserve a shelter dog. I like that. Includes coffee, tea for 12
goodie
euros
bag
and a goodie bag.
For 12 euros. And of course, like always, and I promise the rest, is that everybody's going to have a poo bag. So there's no allowance to leave food behind, otherwise we're going to get into trouble. But this is a great event, and I hope to be backed up. You said it yourself just now. the 20 dogs from AAA, this is, I'm so pleased because I'm one of the founder members, as you know, the success of it. 20 of the dogs from AAA, they are already reserved. So anybody who wants to come on Sunday and walk the dogs, I would say bring your own dog. And if you haven't got a dog, it doesn't matter. Come yourself.
Just come and walk
because
anyway.
The fraternity, the empathy between the animal lovers is tremendous, and you really, really feel at home, as you know.
You've had quite a few love stories blossom at the centre, and I think that's worth mentioning because you say if you have like-minded people meeting up, you just never know who you might meet that could change your life while doing something for a good cause that we all appreciate.
We got, for sure, we got 3 marriages out of the Saturday walk, which is sometimes a bit stressful, you know, all the dogs running around there and so on. But normally, at the end of the day, you're tired. You say, well, can we have a drink, Mary or Nicole or Jan or whatever? And then it all starts with a drink, a meal, and then end up in a very, very good relationship. Yes, I'm very proud myself, Nicole, and the people who actually, together with me, started AAA. It's the best thing we could do for the animals. It's still a problem. And talking about I advance a bit. You're probably going to ask me how many animals are there up there. Yes, we have. This is a bit of good news. We have 150 dogs. As you know, every time you interview me, 200,
it's normally 250, 300.
It's been crazy. It's been total out of control. But now we got a lady which you actually interview, Angelica, a lovely lady. She's very, very good on getting all this foster homes and so on and so on. So a lot of dogs have gone to all over the world. Poland,
wonderful.
England, Spain, of course, Norway, Sweden, Germany, Holland. So we're really a very international society.
It's impressive, and we're all very grateful. I mean, we could have hundreds and hundreds of poos all over our city. All the animals that are there are taken care of. And if you would like to adopt an animal, virtually or otherwise, you go to the AAA Marbella.org website, because all the animals are photographed, listed, and before you go, you can choose which animal looks interesting to not drive everybody crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people can become members, right?
Correct.
That would be a good thing, because that gives you a steady you know what's coming in each month if you at least have some membership.
Yeah.
And it's very reasonable. So please do think about just taking out a subscription for a year.
And the blankets and the sheets and everything. Funny enough, I was telling you the story this morning. Breeze, sheets, blankets,
detergent,
everything. I said, not edredons. What do you call it?
Not duvet covers.
Not duvet covers, because we had a few and we put them at night for them little boys and girls to sleep. And we came the following day, Nicole, and it was like it snowed. They broke it. Out of boredom, they start to dig on it. And there were plumas, there were feathers all over the place. So no duvets. No duvets.
No duvets.
And if you can't come to the AAA, you give us a quick ring. We endeavour to actually come along and collect it from you, providing us a fairly sort of reasonable amount.
Okay, so there's a lot of open scope there to collaborate. Yeah. Jan, really, I'm delighted to know you. I'm proud to know you. And it's lovely that 12 years on, we're still talking about AAA. And it's lovely to...
Yes, we're there, we are, you know, we're there, and I firmly believe we're doing a great job. All the animal lovers says that, so...
They must be right, we know. They're lovers, animal lovers know. So we'll see you all on Sunday at 10 a.m. to walk for charity for AAA Marbella. Thanks, Jan.
Thanks, Nicole. Thank you.
Now, going to be talking about charity. Marbella is very, very charitable, and one of the big charities that we all know is the Cesare Scariolo, an Italian-named charity after Cesare Scariolo. And joining us today is Paula, because you're coming to talk about the charity. You've got an event going on. Paula, welcome to the programme.
Thank you. Thank you, Nicole.
This Cesare Scariolo is famous for many of us, but maybe youngsters aren't so aware. Do you want to tell us who
Cesare Scariolo is the father of Sergio Scariolo. And Sergio Scariolo is the current coach of Real Madrid's basketball team and ex-coach of the Spanish national basketball team.
So a very, very popular gentleman in Spain, undeniably.
And very popular also in Marbella.
Well, yes, more so because we feel like he belongs to us almost in the charity. What does the charity support, Paula? Paula?
The families with children undergoing cancer treatment in the Hospital Materno of Málaga, also Carlos Haya, and also El Clínico of Málaga.
I don't think in general we think about children having cancer. I don't think it's we just don't think it happens.
Yeah,
but obviously it must happen
yeah.
more than we can even would want to imagine.
Yes, and sorry if I speak a little bit Spanish in the middle.
It's okay, we can work it out.
I know how to speak English, but I'm not fluent, no? So,
you're doing a great job.
Thank you. Está incrementando the number of children with cancer.
Apparently the number of children with cancer is increasing.
Eso.
And there has to be a reason, and I'm not going to digress and go into that.
We don't know why, but
I have my theories, but I'm not going to go into that. we won't go down that tangent. Let's stay on the topic of when this happens, treatments. I mean, there's so many aspects, the children and their families.
Yes,
it's everybody is going through this.
Because if the children has cancer, the mother or the father or the two of them leave the work. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't work.
Exactly.
You can't think. You can't do anything.
So they go with the son or the daughter in the hospital, and if you don't work,
so the foundation is for that money for
sí,
treatment, for parents to be able to be with their children during treatment.
We help them with financial resources and also emotional help and psychological and everything they need. But the most important is the financial, because it's difficult in this moment for them, no? It's horrible, but then the other part is, in Spanish, que necesitan más dinero del que tienen.
Yeah, you need more money than that's available.
Al dejar el trabajo.
Yeah, if you're not working, how can you bring money in? Well, it's fabulous that the charity exists. What are the ways that the public can help raise funds?
Sí, we are organizing some events. The most important is our charity dinner, which is in Gala, is in the beach club Villa Padierna and Antara, is marvelous. And then we have the clinic of coach in 27th of June and 28th of June, and the charity dinner 27th of June. And we are preparing 2 charity tournaments, the golf and paddle, for the moment.
Okay, well, you need to keep us updated.
Yes.
Start getting those dates in your diaries, saving the dates.
We need a lot of sponsors and a lot of people who wanted to share with us that events. But the charity dinner, it will be very fabulous. We will have music, performances, DJ, raffle, a lot of things.
Well, thank you so much
join us.
for doing everything that you do for these children and bringing awareness. As I said, I never even think of children having cancer. It doesn't seem that it should be. And it shouldn't be. And we're going to make sure that somehow we can stop this, at least help those who are going through this. Paula, muchísimas gracias. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And before the event, please come back again so we can keep reminding our public.
Thank you.
Thank you. Again, we're talking about charity. This time, a volunteer from Collective Calling has come to the studio to talk about her volunteer work, and also let's find a little bit more about Ángela Marqués. How lovely to have you on English Edition, Ángela. We normally bump into each other on the promenade in San Pedro, on the Paseo Marítimo. How are you?
I am very happy and very excited to be here with you today, because I always wanted to come to the program. So finally, I come to see you.
Well, I'm delighted to have you here, and you're in my favourite colour. So both of us looking pretty in pink. Well, we're in pink. I think we look pretty.
I think we are very pretty.
I think we're very pretty. You're always very, very positive. Whenever I bump into you, you're very enthusiastic. You have a passion for life. Have you always been like that, or is it something that you've trained yourself to do?
I was born happy.
Well, that's very fortunate.
Because I had fantastic parents. They gave me a very happy life. And I was very fortunate to have a fantastic life. Of course, life sometimes goes up and down, but you have to be happy and grateful for all the fantastic things we have.
You said you had a lovely childhood. Your parents were opera singers, I believe. Was your childhood, infancy surrounded with music? Did you travel a lot?
Yes, I did. My parents were opera singers, as you said. I was used to listen to operas before I could even speak. So I was used to listen to my mother, Valkyrie from Wagner, and La Donna Immobile from my father. And then it was, before I could talk, I could actually dance. My mother was into ballet, so I was very fortunate to have those parents and always have a big piano at home. And I'm very fortunate to have had those fantastic parents.
Do you sing? Do you play the piano?
I play the piano. I sing in the shower. I don't want to cause thunderstorms in Marbella.
So you haven't inherited that part of your parents' love for the opera singing?
Well, I love it, but I think my talents are different ones. I love painting, for example, and I love children. I like music. I like dancing, by the way. I love dancing.
And you must like languages, because you speak 11 languages?
Yes, I do. I love languages. I went to a French school. My parents were very kind to send me to a French school when I was little. And then I went to a German school. And then I went to London. And in London, I did a postgraduate level in structural business and European languages. So I traveled the whole world.
That's fabulous. And you're a very good communicator. You like people, you like talking, you like socialising. So it makes sense that you can do that in 11 languages.
I'm fortunate. My Japanese is a little bit rusty now because I've been in Japan many, many times. And my Russian is also a bit rusty, but I can communicate very well in other languages, yes. Very well, because as I said, I was working in banks in London, and I was traveling mainly in Europe and all the countries in Europe, also in Canada, United States, all South America. And I have been in many, many places, and I've been very fortunate, yes.
And now you're living here in Marbella? This is home now?
Yeah, this is my home now, Marbella, even if I still keep traveling to Sweden a lot. But yes, I am fixed now. I am permanent now here in Marbella, which I love.
And do you work, or are you just enjoying life, retiring and volunteering?
I do some volunteer work because my passion is to help children, to help animals, because I love children and I love animals.
Well, we've had the Cesare Scariolo Association on. We've had Jan Weima from AAA. So you're right in your comfort zone here with charities that, like Collective Calling, help our community. Angela, it's a pleasure to welcome you to English Edition for the first time. Que sean muchas veces, may it be many more.
Thank you so much, Nicole, and thank you for inviting me.
Really an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you soon on the Paseo.
Absolutely.
I look forward to it.
Me too.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
And now let's welcome to the studio Linda Greenway. She is a wellness coach and holistic therapist. Yes. You make people feel better, and I think that is the nicest thing, helping people understand how their body works and then adapting it to be their best version of themselves, really, right?
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, for me, I like what we eat. We are what we eat. And so for me, I really like to focus on the nutritional side of things. And so I like to have all the anti-inflammatory kind of foods, something with a little bit of Ayurvedic principles, with a macrobiotic style, so you've got plenty of energy when you're eating the food, because really, I mean, everything happens if you don't eat the right kind of foods, everything from feeling tired to all sorts of things.
You mentioned two things about biomagnetic food, The type of food.
Oh, macrobiotics.
Macrobiotics. And
Yes.
then you also mentioned Ayurveda.
Yes.
When people live in that world, it's
Yes.
like lawyers.
Okay.
You use terms that really, to a lot of people, don't mean anything.
Right.
So let's just stop there. What is Ayurvedic principles?
Right.
And what are their macrobiotics?
Right, okay. I do love the macrobiotic side of things. It's really eating in the right proportions and eating all local foods. Ayurveda kind of does the similar kind of thing, the local things and everything in season. But with the macrobiotic, it's like half of the plate would be carbohydrates and only a small amount of protein, but good proteins, and the rest will be vegetables. And usually you'll have like a nice soup to get the digestive tracts like working. And so yeah. And then with the Ayurvedic principles, with Ayurveda, there's so many aspects of that. On one plate, you could have so many different flavors. And so the different flavors would be everything from salty, from sweet, from bitter, and all those kind of different flavors do different things in the body. So the bitter things is really good if someone's wanting to lose weight. You'd have the bitter things before eating, and so it would curb your appetite, but it also is really good for detoxing the liver. So there's all these kind of things that you think of food is just you eat and you feel...
Yeah, we eat what we find tasty and fancy.
Yeah.
But I think we don't realise, it's like when they tell you wouldn't put a fizzy drink in a plant.
No.
Of course not, because we wouldn't want to kill it.
No.
And yet we don't think twice about putting it in our own bodies because we're not thinking about it and we are marketed to perhaps not think about it.
Yeah,
so
no,
it's nice that we have people like you who bring these things to the forefront.
Yeah, and coming back to the Ayurveda, it's like what I like to use is all the Ayurvedic spices. And so all those spices in your food really helps that you get a really good digestion. And if having a really good digestion, then everything works after
So
that.
the herbs and spices we put in our food is more than just to have a curry flavour or a salty flavour. You can actually do that to obtain different results in our digestive system.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, especially like cumin and fennel and ginger. I mean, they all have different aspects. So the ginger's got like the anti-inflammatory, but it's also warming to the body. So if you can get the digestion working and it's like it's getting a fire going, and so you have a good digestion, and then everything all starts working from there. So that's why, I like all the Ayurvedic kind of spices. I mean, with Ayurveda, you can go into all sorts of aspects. I mean, the Ayurvedic doctors, they can take your pulse, and just with taking your pulse, they know what's going on in your body. But then I kind of do that when it comes to the feet, because I also do reflexology.
Right, because you do the reflexology. And it's amazing, because that also comes from, like, the oriental aspect. Isn't it? Reflexology comes from China or something? I mean, it's where every part of your foot means something and is connected to a different part of our body. It's fascinating.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love it. It seems a bit of an odd thing. I remember when I was learning it, I was thinking, feet, I'm not sure if I'm going to, like, enjoy that. But it just fascinates me. You see everything that's going on in the body. I mean, because all the nerves finish in your feet. So when I'm going through the feet, the feet are like a mirror image of the body. So you've got all the glands, the organs, just the whole body, your ears, your eyes, everything is all on your feet. And as I'm going through your feet, I can see where you have maybe calcium deposits, or maybe there's like little niggly bits there or something, or maybe the other person, when I'm going through that, they could feel like a pain or they could feel a tickle, and then it means...
That all means something.
That means something. And everybody's different, but going on the feet, it's like I'm fascinated because you just see and I feel everything. And then once I see where it's blocked in the intestines, because you can see which area of the intestines is blocked, you can see if the liver's working properly, and so then I'll stimulate a little bit more. And what happens is the nerves will go to that area, help a better circulation, helps release the toxins, get a better lymphatic drainage, and then it helps the body to help itself. Obviously not with one session, but the first session would be like it gets the
diagnosis, know what's going on, gets the movement.
Yeah, gets the ball rolling. I mean, it depends on if you've got toxins and whatever, then you could feel a bit groggy afterwards, or you may just be knocked out. Most of the people get knocked out after the first session, and so usually they ask me to like leave them there, you know, and then they can sleep afterwards. So yeah. But yeah, I like to tie the reflexology up then with the meals.
Right, because once you've started to see what they need, you can then complement it because you know which foods to give them to help, I suppose, achieve that goal.
Yeah. And then if they're not going into the meal plans as such, then there's always at the end of the session, I tell them which areas I see, and then I can always give them some like tips of what they could do. But if they wanted to go the whole hog, then I can do the whole like nutritional assessment and work out exactly what would be the best foods. And I give them the whole recipes. I give them the shopping list. I try and make it as simple as possible because also people, they all want something different. So again, it's a personalised thing. So maybe someone wants to be 2 hours in the kitchen and they've got all the equipment.
They've got time and they want to cook and they like to prepare things,
Yeah, so then I organise it in that way. And then there's others who just want only 15 ingredients, which I don't approve of because I do always say to everybody at least 30 plant-based ingredients per week that they should be eating to get all those different kind of ingredients.
So that you're getting like a mix of how your body needs to react to different things.
Yeah, because like each one has its like nutrients, and so it helps you to feel more nourished, and it helps the microbiome, so it's feeding all the bacteria that you have, and you get into better balance.
Apart from your retreats with groups, you also do individual retreats, so you can rent a place for people, or you can go and stay in their homes exactly to do this.
Yes.
Do the reflexology, prepare their meal plans, and basically train them while you're there of how to organise their cupboards.
Yes.
Because it's all important, having everything to hand, so nothing's a big deal when it comes to it.
Yeah, no, I like doing the one-on-one retreats because I really go to town. And I also have other machines. I have hydrogen machines, I have frequency machines. So I do all sorts of detox kind of things with them. I go through the morning programs of, when they get up, how to do like, the tapping and the shaking. And then we maybe do like a kind of a priming meditation in the morning, so it really sets your day and gets you into the right goal. And then I'll make like a super healthy breakfast, show them how to do those kind of things, and the lunches and the dinners, and then we go for walks. And I organize a whole retreat just for them, and it depends. It maybe I've had some guys that they like the full power thing, so I'll get other therapists in that they do all this breath work, and they get them doing the Kundalini yoga, and they're getting them like doing all sorts of, and then there's the others who want it sort of more detail to how
for me personally, I would a one-on-one and just slowly just come and stay, work it out, organise my cupboards, tell me how to do my shopping. I would be But I also very much enjoyed the retreat you did in the monastery, the 15th century monastery in Seville, which you are doing again next week.
Yes, already next week. I'm super excited because that place is like one of my favourites. It's my baby, really. So that one, I've got all sorts of different therapists who are coming in. The food is going to be absolutely amazing. I've got a chef flying in from Germany, a private chef, and I organise cultural things as well, because I think if people are flying in from other parts of the world and they come to Spain only just for a few days, not just only the retreat and the healing kind of things, then it's important to have some of the traditional things. So we'll do a flamenco therapy. So the flamenco therapy is not just learning flamenco, it's like how to ground and get the inner fire coming
and how to
out.
let yourself feel. I think a lot of us have forgotten how to feel, or we're embarrassed.
Oh no!
It's embarrassing to let ourselves go. And I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking about how difficult it was. And they asked me about the television. I said, I just don't look at myself. If it's not about me, it's about somebody else. And I think it's very difficult for us to just let go of the ego of how we look and just be. Which I found in your monastery, everyone seemed to come up with, that was the agreement, that they could just be themselves and relax and find themselves.
And also there's like decisions and different things are changed, and it allows you to have that peace. And then you rejuvenate, you regenerate. It's like it's all, and then you come to other kind of decisions. And I've had ladies that they've after the retreat like, oh no, I'm going to buy a place in the countryside, and they've gone and they've done it. Or someone else is like, no, I want to learn yoga. I want to do this every day. So it's kind of interesting because I do the follow up afterwards and see what everyone's doing after the retreat. So it's really nice seeing, how it just spurs them on to, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. So I love it.
Fabulous.
And I love the change. Everyone transforms. They come in frazzled, they look tired, and then afterwards...
I can even be testament to that. It's very difficult to relax, and you definitely achieve that. Linda, congratulations. There are maybe a few spots left for Seville?
Yes.
Okay, so if you're interested in the 15th century monastery in Seville, contact Linda.
Definitely.
Get your space for a few days of absolute delight, relaxation and fun, because you make everything fun.
Yeah, we've got to get
just
the
take a look. This girl
the
is
spice
fun.
of life and adventures as well as the healing.
And amazing cooking. You'd never know it was like vegan because it's just so tasty.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And very varied.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes, you've got more than your 30 plant-based ingredients in there.
And if you can't get to the retreat to see Linda, you can join Linda every Monday morning on Good Morning Spain TV.
Yeah, definitely. I love those little sections.
Thank you so much, Linda.
No, you're welcome.
Well, actually, I think we've come to the time we have to say goodbye. So,
really?
Linda, goodbye to you. And
goodbye.
goodbye to everyone out there as well. We have to end the show. We look forward to you having an amazing weekend. You can go to the rtvmarbella.tv website to watch recordings of the programme. You can go to nicoleking.es, my website, that has links to the programme, a link to our Zero Hero website with a never-increasing list of venues that reward the designated driver with free soft drinks, and my Marbella Moments column in the Euro Weekly News. Take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other, please. And I look forward to seeing you again next week for more of what's going on behind the scenes in Marbella right now. Bye for now.